to the Thought Snob Podcast. I'm Paula Swope. Let's get snobby. This episode is about how to manifest money, and I'm keeping this very simple on purpose. This is for beginners. This is for people who want money but feel like they can't have it. And this is for people who are ready to actually do something different after this episode instead of just thinking about it. Money is the easiest thing to manifest. Money is nothing but energy. Like energies attract like energies. So if you want money, you have to be money. Here's what I mean by that. If you don't have money, it's because somewhere inside you believe you can't have it. Now, if you were raised in or around poverty, you probably want to punch me in the face right now. I get it. I wasn't directly raised in poverty, but my parents were. I've explained this many times before. So the people who influenced me the most had poverty mindsets. From a very young age, I believed that wealth was for other people, not for me and not for my family. I believed money was hard to come by. I believed you had to, struggle for it. And honestly, I resented people who had more than me. Now, that resentment matters because jealousy is a frequency of lack, and money does not flow to lack. When you're jealous, you're focused on what you don't have. And if you live your life as a poor person who resents the rich, you'll never have money, ever. So I'm keeping this episode short and simple because money is a topic that makes the ego go absolutely berserk. And there are things you're doing and saying every single day that are blocking money from coming to you. So this episode is for the people who want money. Some people don't, and that's fine. But if you do want it, here's a beginner's guide to releasing your money blocks. First things first, you have to align your energy with abundance, not lack. Now, I just touched on that a little bit. If you were raised like I was, your default language sounds something like this. I can't afford that. Must be nice. Well, that's too rich for my blood. I'll never be able to do that. Someone mentions a fabulous vacation, and without even thinking, you say, oh, I can't do that. That statement is poison. You may as well drink strychnine. Like every time you say, I can't afford that, you're declaring poverty to yourself, to other people, and to the universe. So here's your first assignment. Stop saying you can't afford things. Never say it. Not out loud, not joking, not casually. Train yourself to replace that statement with something else. When you see something expensive, start retraining your brain. Think or say out loud, I can afford that. And play around with this. If someone tells you about their beautiful home, their luxury car, or their amazing lifestyle, don't comment on your finances. Say nothing about your finances. Just break that habit. That one habit alone will change your relationship with money. Next technique. If you find a penny or a dime on the ground, throw it away and say, I have plenty of money. I don't need this. Yes, I said throw it away. Actions send powerful messages to the subconscious and to the universe. You're signaling abundance instead of desperation. Here's another powerful tool. Get fake money. Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's fake. Carry fake money in your wallet. Hold it in your hands. Talk about what you're buying with it. When you open your wallet and see hundreds or, thousands of dollars, say out loud, oh my God, I have so much money. Play pretend long enough, and one day you wake up and it's real. Next, give. Find something to give away as often as possible. What you give comes back tenfold. I promise you that. Round up your total at checkout when you're asked to do that, to donate to a nonprofit or a good cause. Tip when you can. Give something to someone who needs it. Giving aligns your frequency with money. Hoarding repels it. Another trick I love. Flip through a magazine or catalog that has luxury items and look at them and say out loud, I can afford that. Your ego will fight you. It will tell you that you're lying. Keep doing it anyway. I can afford that. I can afford that. I can afford that. That repetition reinforces belief. Don't be jealous of people who have money. Learn from them. You don't have to like them. Just observe how they think, speak, and move. The fastest way to attract anything is to become it. Start acting like someone who has money. Wear something that makes you feel wealthy. Drive through high-end neighborhoods. Tour open houses and homes that you dream of. Walk through those spaces and imagine yourself living there. Take in the energy, breathe it in. And as you're walking through that beautiful home, think to yourself, wow, I live here. And you don't need money to do any of this. Well, outside of buying, the fake money. The fake money costs, under $10. You look it up on Amazon, but make sure you get the fake money that looks like really real. The rest requires what God already gave you, and that's your awareness, your imagination, and your voice. Speak money into existence throughout the day. Say these things. Say, I am wealthy. Money flows to me. I love money, and money loves me. Change your language. Change your identity. And whatever you do, do not tell any pessimistic, broke person what you're doing. They'll rip you to pieces and destroy your mindset if you let them. If there's a group of people that you talk about your money problems with, you have to stop talking to them about your money problems. Stop complaining about being broke to people. You must break this habit, and it can be very challenging. Raise your awareness to who these people are and be ready so you don't get triggered and fall into the trap of talking about being broke before you even realize you're talking about being broke. And remember that misery loves company. Unfortunately, it is the damn truth, okay? Stop seeing yourself as someone who hopes for money and start seeing yourself as someone who has it. That's how beliefs change. That's how energy shifts. And that's how money starts showing up, okay? Now, if you want to go deeper into this work, read my book, Thought Snob. It's available on Amazon and TikTok Shop. You can also purchase a copy from paulaswope.com. But if you do nothing else after this episode, do this. Change the way you speak about money every single day. That's where everything begins. And thank you for tuning in, and please share your experiences with me. If you try any of these techniques, share your experiences and questions in the comments. So that's all for today, and I'll see you next week.
The Thought Snob Podcast with Paula Swope has been brought to you by Thought Snob Media in association with Special Purpose Studios. All production, mixing, and sound engineering by me, Will Swope. We hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Please take a few seconds to give us 5 stars and leave a review. See you on the next Thought Snob Podcast with Paula Swope.